sun, art, and ocean breezes. John, Rebecca's Miami escape. After months of dreaming about a summer getaway, John and Rebecca finally packed their bags and boarded a flight from Las Vegas to Miami, Florida. Trading the desert's golden hues for the tropical blues of the Atlantic felt like stepping into a brand new world. John, 30, with brown hair, brown eyes, and fair skin, wore his usual dark-colored jeans and a comfortable dark green vest and white t-shirt. Rebecca, 25, with brown hair, brown eyes, and fair skin, sported dark-colored jeans and a white t-shirt, already snapping photos at the airport. As soon as they landed, the humid, salty air wrapped around them like a friendly hug. With hop-on hop-off bus passes in hand, sunglasses perched on their heads, and wide smiles, they were ready for 4 days of exploring the Magic City. Day 1, South Beach, Ocean Drive Energy. Their first stop was, naturally, the heart of Miami's glittering coastline, South Beach. Riding the open-top bus, they gawked at the rows of Art Deco buildings, their pastel colors gleaming in the morning light. Palm trees lined Ocean Drive, casting dancing shadows on the sidewalks where rollerbladers and joggers zipped by. They hopped off near Lummis Park, their sneakers crunching over soft sand as they made their way toward the ocean. The turquoise waves sparkled like something out of a postcard.
"Is this real life?" Rebecca breathed. John laughed, chasing the tide with bare feet.
They spent the afternoon lounging on the beach, trying and failing to build a sandcastle and swimming in the warm, gentle surf. By sunset, they strolled Ocean Drive, where music floated out of every open restaurant door. They picked a bustling Cuban cafe, feasting on ropa vieja and sweet plantains, while a live band played salsa music so infectious that Rebecca couldn't help but dance right there beside their table.
John tried to follow her lead, but tripped slightly over his flip-flops. "I danced like a newborn giraffe," he admitted. Rebecca laughed so hard she almost spilled her mojito.
Day 2, Art, Color, and Wynwood Walls. Day 2 brought a different kind of vibrancy. They hopped off the bus at Wynwood, Miami's famed art district. The moment they stepped onto the streets, they were surrounded by colossal murals, walls transformed into canvases bursting with color, movement, and creativity. Dragons, dancers, abstract dreams, it was a feast for the eyes. They wandered through the Wynwood Walls exhibit, pausing for photos and marveling at the intricate graffiti.
Rebecca found a mural covered in swirling galaxies. "It's like standing inside someone's imagination," she said.
For lunch, they grabbed gourmet tacos from a food truck parked by a shaded plaza, eating to the rhythm of a street performer's guitar.
They capped the afternoon with a stop at a quirky coffee shop where John tried a Cuban espresso shot and instantly regretted it. "It's like rocket fuel,"
he exclaimed, buzzing with energy for the next 2 hours. That evening, they explored the Bayside Marketplace, shopping for souvenirs and watching the sunset glow across Biscayne Bay, ferries gliding across the shimmering water. Day 3, Little Havana, History, and a Heat Wave. On their third day, they headed into the cultural heartbeat of Miami, Little Havana. The moment they arrived on Calle Ocho, the smell of rich coffee and fried empanadas filled the air. Salsa music spilled onto the streets, and colorful murals paid homage to Cuban legends. They visited Domino Park, watching older locals fiercely play dominoes under shady trees, slapping tiles on the tables with satisfying thuds.
John tried challenging Rebecca to a game but was utterly defeated in minutes. "I'm just giving you a cultural victory," he joked.
They stopped at a family-owned bakery for pastelitos and the strongest coffee of their lives. Afterward, they toured a hand-rolled cigar shop, watching the artisans work with skillful, practiced hands. As the afternoon heat peaked, they melted under the tropical sun, their shirts clinging to them. They found refuge in a small movie theater, showing Cuban documentaries, sitting in the cool, dark air, and sharing a giant bag of popcorn. That night, back at the hotel, they ordered room service and watched the city lights glitter from their window. Day 4, Museums, Coral Gables, Farewell Waves. For their final day, they decided to explore Miami's more historic and elegant side. First stop, the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens. The Italian-style villa, with its ornate architecture and lush gardens, felt like stepping into a European fairy tale. Rebecca was enchanted by the manicured mazes and romantic fountains. John was more enchanted by the giant koi fish in the ponds. Later, they took the bus toward Coral Gables, a peaceful district of leafy boulevards and old-world charm. They walked along the beautiful Miracle Mile, browsing boutiques and sharing creamy gelato under the shade of banyan trees. A surprise rain shower caught them just as they entered a tiny bookstore. Trapped, happily, by the storm, they spent an hour leafing through novels and travel memoirs, the rain drumming softly against the windows. Before heading back to the airport, they made one last stop at Crandon Park Beach on Key Biscayne. It was quieter here, the perfect spot to sit on the sand and watch the endless Atlantic waves roll in.
Promise me we'll come back, Rebecca said, leaning into John's side. John smiled, wrapping an arm around her shoulders. Miami's too good for just one trip.
Homeward bound with sun in their souls. As their plane took off, the city receded into a vibrant patchwork of colors, blue water, green parks, and the fiery orange roofs of Little Havana. John scrolled through their photos, beaches, murals, giant sandwiches, and goofy selfies. Rebecca looked out the window, already daydreaming about the next adventure. They hadn't just seen Miami. They'd tasted it, danced through it, and laughed under its sun and rain. It wasn't just a destination, it had become a memory stitched forever into the fabric of their story. And somewhere high over the Gulf of Mexico, they promised, the next chapter would be just as colorful,